Welcome back to our sermon recap series. This week we're talking about parable of Matthew 25, where Jesus says, I was hungry and you gave me food. I was thirsty and you gave me drink. I was a stranger and you took me in, and so on. And the Lord says, if you do this to anybody, the least of these my people, you're doing it to me. And this week we talked about this idea of I was thirsty and you gave me drink. And that's talking about how we can love our neighbor. To thirst in the Lord's word pictures the desire to know the truth. Water is a symbol for truth. It's used all throughout the Lord's word. There's people who are thirsty, they don't have water, there's a famine, and all that indicates times in our life when we don't have the truth we need to help us to move forward, to know what to do, to get help, and all that kind of stuff. And that's what being thirsty means. So to help somebody who's thirsty, we would give them drink. We would share with them some water, which symbolizes truth, share with them ideas that can help them from the Lord's word, from spiritual sources that they can use to find answers, to find comfort, to find hope. So if you think about that in terms of how the Lord helps us, when we're lost, the Lord gives us direction through his word. When other people are feeling hopeless, we can give direction through the truth that we have been given. And that's not to say that we know better than other people, but there's an abundance of truth that the Lord has given that we can freely share. Freely we have received, freely we give. I think about my own father. He was searching for truth when he was in his 30s, and he thought there weren't any answers to any of these questions he was struggling with. And he was led to the teachings, the heavenly doctrines written through Emanuel Swedenborg, and he felt like it opened his eyes, that he finally found the truth that he was looking for. And beautiful truths like there's one God who loves all people, and all people of all faiths, if they believe in God as they understand God and live in kindness and charity, they have a place in heaven. Heaven is made up of a variety of people from a variety of religions because they all work together, just like all the various parts in our body work to make one body complete. The idea that we judge ourselves, that God doesn't send us to heaven or hell, that we choose where we want to be by what we love and what we care about. No one's condemning us. We might condemn ourselves by what it is we care about, but no one's sending us to hell or anything like that. That the Bible has a deeper spiritual meaning, which is about our journey of life. And every one of those stories can tell us something about what it is that we're dealing with on an inner spiritual level. And it has practical application to our life as well. The idea that two people who love each other can be together forever in heaven after death. What a wonderful idea for people who really deeply care for each other. And there's so many more teachings, but these truths can quench our thirst, our desire to know, help us to find our way. And so this week we can think about what it is that quenches our own thirst, and are we pursuing truths that can help us to find the answers we need? And in turn, what can we do to share what we have with others? Now that could be as simple as passing on a book, passing on a link to some truth or some sermon or talk or whatever it is, or just sharing practical advice that has helped you in your life. We want to think about other people. How do we love them as we would want to be loved? How do we apply that golden rule of do unto others as you would have them do unto you? What's something I have been given that I can freely share with someone else? I was thirsty and you gave me drink. All right, I hope you have a great week. Thanks for listening.